Alrighty then, what's up guys? It's always Game Uncle back with another live stream, and we are back. With another quick one here. I'm not counting this as an actual chat live stream just because it's not going to be that length, of a chat live stream. Appreciate the new subscribers, by the way. Much love. We're already almost a quarter of the way already to 6.7K. Insane. Sport is unreal. Truly, we're keeping the grind going though. Just doing a quick chat stream. I was gonna do, some more content, but then things kind of changed. Ooh. So, this is kind of updating on kind of like what I planned to shoot for essentially, because I was going to do a Hitchhog Bros stream and something else, but so so one change I'll definitely update you guys on is I might be getting a different chair. So my grandma is giving away or giving me, I guess, the old rocking chair that they have, which is actually in pretty damn good condition. It is leather, and it is big, so that is going to be a little bit interesting. Of course, measuring it out before we bring it here, just because, you know what I mean, it might be more of a tighter squeeze, you know what I mean, to fit the chair in the spot. So might have to kind of move some stuff, you know, in that direction to make it fit better. But that is kind of the situation. I'm at least looking at that anyway. So that could be a very good possibility, which is not bad because this chair is a piece of junk, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's comfy, but it's a piece of shit. I know you guys say it looks like a very comfy chair, but it's falling apart to the hinge. I'll tell you what, and it didn't last for garbage. And the only reason why it's still standing at the moment is just because I did some adjustments to make it work for now. You know, being the back, which you can't really see it because, you know, the chair kind of hides it. But you know, it's the only way I'm able to actually sit in it. Otherwise, it just completely folds out into the laying position. Even when you just want to regularly sit in it. So, and that's not counting other issues with it. You know what I mean, with the rocking and all that. So, it's a piece of shit, and that's all there is really to it. The materials they use to make it is just very cheap and slapped together to call it good. Huh? So yeah. So that's kind of the little update on that. With content, so I do kind of have to get up a little bit early, here around 9ish or so, or a little bit before 9, to kind of be here to kind of do some stuff with the lease situation. And like I said, I'm not going to give too many details with that just because, you know, that's more personal stuff. But it is kind of affecting content, obviously, because, you know, I was going to grind and do some content, but now I'm going to go to sleep right now, literally after this, to get some sleep, and such, right away. Before that situation. And then there might be a little bit more stuff a little bit afterwards in terms of, you know, kind of renewing the lease and all that stuff, you know what I mean, to kind of, so that way then we're, you know, good on continuing to stay here, and everything like that. So, it's that type of situation. So that way then we're good, you know, going forward. And all that. So, you know, so there's a little bit into it. Of course, it brings, you know, who kind of into it a little bit. If you know, you know, from last year, wink, wink. And has to be brought back here again, essentially to kind of sign, etc. To so that way then we can, you know, get the glue off. So because we've been having issues with trying to get that all situated. So again, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say names and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's very obvious who it is. If you want more context, just go to the older streams and you'll see who was in those streams. Besides me, of course. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very obvious. So, I'm not trying to bring that particular person back into the fold just because, issues, obviously. Same thing with bringing up names, you know what I mean. So that's kind of the situation here. So that's kind of give you the rundown. So because of that, and like I said, I don't know how much time that's going to really eat up, etc. I don't have to go in early as far as I know, but it does kind of mess with doing some content, etc. Because we're trying to make sure that that's all situated and we're good. So I shoot to do at least a stream or two, maybe even three, we'll see. At least one stream for sure, with two being a pretty good chance. During whether it's the late morning or early afternoon is probably more what we're looking at. For that content, it will be another episode of Hedgehog Bros. I know I was going to do about 2 to 3 episodes, but unfortunately, these plans kind of messed that all up. So I do apologize on that. That's kind of why I'm making the stream. To kind of give you guys that updated situation. But then kind of to give you the rundown of what I'm shooting for during the weekend as well, because we are kind of going into it also. And such like that. So, So, yeah. Let's see here. Trying to think. So that is very good chance. Hedgehog Bros 150. What would it be? 158, I believe. I think it would be. I'm positive at this point. I keep trying to catch up, but it's just, every time I try, it just never seems to go my way. There always has to be something. Eventually, I will. You know what I mean? God, I hope. It'd be nice to finally be caught up for once with this series. And I'm going to keep trying. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. You know what I mean? The forces keep pushing against, but we're going to keep pushing back. So, so hopefully, hopefully that kind of, goes away, right? So, this is kind of the scoop, kind of going forward, because we got some big streams too. We got some big streams kind of coming up here, and they're going to be huge. You definitely want to stick around for them, and that's another reason why I'm doing this, as well, to kind of update you guys. It's better than just kind of doing a post. Sometimes, I have to, because of timing or whatever. Obviously, I'm just trying to make sure I get enough sleep too, you know what I mean? So that way that I'm more energized for you guys, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm here to entertain, so if I'm not really awake to do so, then it kind of, it kind of kills the entertainment part of it, if you know what I mean. So, trying to give full 100% attention, that I should be giving, and that you guys expect, which makes sense. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, so 158 for sure, episode 100, or yeah, 158. Proposal problems. That's what I'm gonna be reacting to. And like I said, I'll probably shoot for early afternoon. Maybe I might go to get another one in there. If I am, maybe a continuation of. No, I don't know. Maybe Family Guy. Maybe I might do a Family Guy one. We'll see. I know there might be copyright blockage issues, because I have been having that with that freaking series, unfortunately. So maybe I might squeeze one in there, and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Maybe I might be lucky with it this time. We'll see. Or if I don't do that, then it would be. Good, as you can tell. Let's see. Trying to think. Trying to think if I would squeeze anything else in. Maybe a Ration and Clank stream, maybe. Rather than a Family Guy one, so maybe I might do that instead. It's possible. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would probably do. I think. And like I said, timing, I don't 100% know. I do not know. It's up in the airs. You know what I mean? I don't want to say a specific time because that's just betting on something I don't even know. You know what I mean? These things should not take that long. They really shouldn't. You know what I mean? And I pray to God they don't. I should have a decent amount of time, but it's just kind of preparing for the worst, essentially. But I should definitely be able to stream in one, squeeze in one, more than likely two streams for sure. You know what I mean? And that would kind of make up for not really doing anything during the nighttime, with what I'm doing right now, for instance. You know what I mean? So that would kind of do that. Of course, I got this one, of course, for you guys, but actual continuation. So, and if I have a short, and maybe a couple shorts you might see pop up, funny, hilarious ones with Dan reviews and stuff like that, I might kind of throw them up there because there's just a bunch of funny shorts with him and stuff like that have been hilarious. And I think kind of putting it in a little short and stuff like that, and kind of sharing it around, will make it kind of entertaining, if you know what I mean. So, and I think you guys will find it very fun. So there's kind of that. So let's see. Whew. Good. And like I said, I'm pushing through this just because I want to kind of share this information with you guys. I think there's a Fortnite update, so I'm going to. Well, I was being a bitch. Yeah, I think there is a Fortnite update. I don't think it did it. Yeah, there it is. So, 7 gigabytes. So, so that will be part of the. That will be part of the Fortnite Fridays. So we'll have that, another Fortnite Friday stream. And that will be late Thursday night / Friday early morning. So, which will be tomorrow night. So we will do that. We'll grind that for about 3-4 hours. And if I have enough energy, here's kind of the thing here. If I have enough energy, I'm gonna do Hedgehog Bros. Quickly go to sleep, and then I'm gonna get up about 11 a.m. 10:50. Well, 10:50, 10:55, 11 a.m. And then we got big stream. Excuse me. Big Last of Us season 2, the show stream. And I'm going to be having Dan Reviews on call, and I'm going to be having Mr. Heisenberg. Now, I don't know, now, Mr. Heisenberg, he may be here in person, he may be over the phone. I don't know which one he's going to do. He might come over here, very good chance. He might be over the phone. I don't 100% know at the moment. Might get an answer on that. Maybe this morning I might get an answer on that. We'll see. But that is kind of the scoop on that. Now I might get another person on call. I tried to get Bad Boy Gamer, but he said he's busy with shopping apparently. So whatever on that. So maybe Walker Dead might join. Maybe he might be on the call. Maybe we'll see if he's down to get on. It's either that or we'll have maybe somebody else that's kind of seen the show and like to give their take on it. And then we'll kind of I'm gonna give my full season review. Obviously Dan's already gave his, but he'll kind of give his reiteration of it again one more time, and then Mr. Heisenberg will probably give his. And then obviously if we do got another person on call, which I think would be great if we do, you know what I mean, and such like that, or maybe two, we'll see, to kind of have a conversation about it, on how bad the season was, and kind of, give the reason why, the issues, and all that stuff, you name it. It'll be a fun rant stream, etc., and all that stuff. And I think it'll be pretty entertaining. I'll tell you what. And that will be at least a few hours. Anyway, two for sure, I think. Two for sure. Possibly 3, maybe 4. We'll see. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of go nicely. We're going to go very long on it. So we'll try to go as long as we can, and obviously we'll discuss the issues, etc. And it'll be a pretty fun chat. And we might talk a little bit about Dead City. We might bring that in there. You know what I mean? A little bit. And such like that, and maybe there might be a couple other quick questions we might kind of throw in there. What's up, Pro 14? Welcome to the stream. I love the Sonic. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got a little Sonic guy right there. And then I got the other. This one I got for Christmas. So I got them both for Christmas. So I kind of like them, there. But yeah, so we'll kind of discuss the Last of Us Season 2 overall. Probably talk about Season 1. We'll kind of give a reiteration on that. It should be a pretty fun fire-ass stream. It'll be very entertaining, of course. And, that will kind of be the content right there. Of course, Dan Reviews the stream, or channel will be in the description, as always. For showing support and all that good stuff. And all that, so that should be awesome. Sunday is going to be a crazy day because we got that 10-hour Dead by Daylight stream. Hopefully we'll be able to do it this time. That is the plan. I think we're going to be starting it between 7 and 8 a.m. Might start at 7:30. It's between 7 and 8 a.m. I haven't really picked a Pacific time, and I think I'm just going to base it on when I wake up. So I'm just going to say between 7 and 8 a.m. So I could start at 7. I could start at 7:30. Well, I could start it at 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, or 8 a.m. Anywhere in that time slot is more than likely where I'm going to start it. And that's going to be kind of the scoop for that. And Bad Boy Gamer will be my next co-bro for the next 10 hours of Dead by Daylight. And I believe Walker Dead will more than likely join us as well. And then, if we could fit other people in it that would like to play too, that would make it more fun, But yeah, so that's kind of the scoop for that. And that will be early Sunday morning into the afternoon time frame for 10 hours. I'm going to be grinding a lot for sure. Friday night, I plan to do a couple streams. Saturday, maybe. I might be able to grind. I don't think I got anything planned for that day. Not that I know of. Yeah, not that I know of. So I might be able to grind some more content and more streams on that day, which that'd be great. You know what I mean? I might do a lot of Hedgehog Bros, Super Hedgehog Bros episodes, you know what I mean? Reaction to. I might be able to kind of grind a lot of them this week, and I know I kind of plan to do that. You guys did crush the likes on the post. I do appreciate that. I did see that, so what I'm going to probably do is do, I think, Friday night for sure. I'm gonna do at least like 2 to 3 episodes, something like that. And then Saturday, if everything kind of goes great, maybe 2 to 3 episodes. You know what I mean? Saturday night, same thing, 2 to 3. You know what I mean? Or well. At least 2. I think I'll be able to squeeze in 2. Obviously, I got Walking Dead Dead City, episode 5 reaction, so I'm pretty excited for that. And then that would be it. Because then I got, you know what I mean? And I probably might take a nap too. So, you know what I mean? So I might do like an episode or 2, and then take a nap, get up for Dead City, take another nap, and then get up for the Dead by Daylight stream. 10 hours. After Dead by Daylight, probably do another Hedgehog Bros. And then maybe do some other content from there. Obviously, I have to picture how awake I am. So, we will see on that one. Excuse me. Can you rate me 1 to 10 at most dances? What do you mean, like channel? I mean, that's... You mean some of your shorts, you mean? Yeah, not bad. Pretty good. Not bad, pretty good. Yeah, not bad, pretty good. Not a problem. Yeah, 7.5, 8. 7.5, 8, somewhere around there. Not bad, pretty good. At least from what I've seen, anyway. But yeah. So that's kind of the plan for content. I might be able to do more, maybe not. I don't really know. That's at least what I'm shooting for. Anyways, I don't want to like promise too much because you know how that goes. I promise too much and then it doesn't happen. So I'm not trying to overpromise. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. You're going to be seeing a lot of Hedgehog Bros episodes of me reacting to them because, you know, I'm going to try to use the weekend to try to catch up and then try to continue that throughout the week. You know what I mean? And try to keep that consistency going so that I can try to hopefully get caught up with their episodes. So that way then we'll be back to the one per night. You know what I mean? And then it'll be easy to stick with it going forward. You know? So, you know. And then not let us get this far behind. At least, obviously, it's going to happen again in the future. I'm sure of it. But you know what I mean. Trying to not let it get too out of crazy hand, like you know, being 20 plus episodes behind. Ridiculousness. You know what I mean. So that's at least the goal. Anyways, and that's what I'm going to shoot for. So that's kind of the plan. Stand. Might squeeze in some Death Stranding in there, continuation. That'd be awesome. Ratchet and Clank, like I said, should be able to. Probably do some Family Guy. Maybe be able to squeeze in some King of the Hill continuation. Especially if I'm kind of just, you know, getting a bunch of content out, you know. If they get blocked, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I'll still be able to get enough content out there to kind of make up for it type of situation. If that does happen, since that's been my luck in a lot of ways. So, hopefully get into some episodes that don't have that problem. But, you know, that's at least what we're kind of, or what I'm kind of shooting for. Anyway. So, yeah. That is the plan, Stan. And now, before that's updated. That is the scoop. Haven't purchased those games yet. Mind's Eye, haven't done that one yet, or haven't purchased it yet. I mean, you know, I haven't gotten a chance to yet. I'm gonna try to do that though pretty soon here. We'll see. The kind of maybe I might. Well, I'll see after I kind of pay this next bill or this rent, I should say. I'll see where I'm at. I'm not gonna buy it now then. And then the pre-order for the Death Stranding. That one I am going to wait until I get a little bit more in my Apple Card, so that I can pre-order it there. So, because for whatever reason, I don't know why, I sent more money to the card, and I guess I should have just done a bigger clump, you know what I mean, when I first sent money to it, because it didn't give me more available credit, which I thought was kind of rude. But it didn't give me more credit. It just kind of kept me what I was at, which is kind of BS, but what can you do? So I wasn't able to, you know, make it work. At the time I was going to do it. So I did get the controller, though, if you're curious. I did get the controller. That I pre-ordered successfully. That went through just fine. And I just need to get more for the, you know, for the collector's edition. So I'm not too concerned about it. I still got a decent amount of time here to make it work. What's up, Cosmo? Welcome to the stream. I thought you were already giving us plenty of content. Well, it's just trying to kind of, you know, play with a bunch of things because we're kind of getting crazy with some stuff and trying to squeeze a lot of stuff in. If anything, you're spoiling us. Hee. Well, not really. You know what I mean? Because usually I've been getting like two streams a day or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to grind a little bit more to catch up on Hedgehog Bros streams and get through more gameplay. You know, continuation of Shit of Us Part 2 and Grounded. And I do gotta continue Walking Dead too. So I'm not gonna continue that this weekend. Walking Dead, No Shirt, No Pants. Death Stranding, Shit of Us Part 2, Grounded. And then I do plan to do another Answer 22 stream on late Friday night, early Saturday morning. To play 2 games on that one. So that would be early Saturday morning for that. Shit, it was part 2. That's funny too. All right. Well, it's technically The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm calling it Shit of Us Part 2. So, because, you know, it's been pretty shit. So, or it is pretty shit. For the most part, you know what I mean? It's depressing as hell. It's, you know how it is. So, you know, so we just call it Shit of Us Part 2. You know what I mean? It fits, right? So, it fits the atmosphere. So, and then the Days Gone Remastered, I'm going to be starting that June 20th, which I believe, let's see here, that'll be a Friday. So actually, well not right on Friday. It'll actually be early Saturday morning. But I am going to start that gameplay continuation, and that might be the only stream. Well, no, I'll probably do 2 streams for sure. But the Days Gone one is going to be a lengthier one for sure. It's going to be a lengthier one, and it's the remastered version of Days Gone. So I'm pretty excited to start that, to kind of see the nice improvements and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool to see that. You guys voted for me to do that. Started during the summertime. So that will be June 21st, technically, early morning. And I'll be starting that. And I think I'll base it on likes of how often you guys want it. If you guys want it twice a week, you know what I mean? We continuously hit 7 likes or more or something like that. And otherwise, I'll maybe do it once a week or something, you know. Zombie Apocalypse Universe tend to be depressing. I prefer Resident Evil above all. Well, you see, it's depressing in a bad way. Not in a good way. Like with the Walking Dead game, like, that's not depressing. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, it is, but it's not shit if it was part two. You know what I mean? Like, the depressingness out of that is just, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, the story is just not good. It's just bad, honestly. And that's really what it is. You know, that's what makes it worse than the rest of it. Is that. So, you know how it goes. So, ooh. But, so yeah, so that's kind of the situation. Kind of the situation. But yeah, that's when I shoot. I'm playing the Days Gone Remastered, so that should be pretty exciting to do that. And I am going to 100% complete that too. So just an FYI, I will 100% complete the remaster. I'm not going to do it to the regular version. I'm going to do it to the remastered version. I'm going to do all I'm going to do all the all the side quests and everything like that. That is where I'm going to do it in. So it should be pretty fun for sure. So I'm excited for it. That one is not going to be much of a rush, of course. I'm going to try to do lengthy streams for every part, though. You know what I mean? Because it is a lengthy game. And there's a lot. So, that is kind of the scoop. I know I do gotta buy that Callisto Protocol DLC. I do gotta buy that. What's up, bad with? I know I do gotta buy that. Because I gotta finish DLC for Callisto Protocol. Get that 100% completion. I don't know what other games I'm getting near the middle or to the end. Death Stranding, I'm not even halfway. Maybe Ratchet and Clank, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. No. Well, one of them I'll be getting out of the way is Walking Dead. No shirt, no pants. That one I'll be getting out of the way for sure. Which I'm not too much left. Yeah, the remastered version that I'm doing is 61% game progress, so I'm getting to it. Because once I get that one out of the way, that'll be one shit of us part 2 out of the way. So then I only got one shit of us part 2 to deal with. So. And hoping bitch ass bad boy gamer over here doesn't freaking super chat that money. Otherwise I'll beat his ass. We'll have a nice visit to the UK. So someone was wearing a Bill Ramsey t-shirt. Ah! Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. That's insanity. So, but that's kind of the scoop. Life is Strange. I'm only 40% done, so your boy's got a hot minute for that one. Because I know I'm gonna want to try to fit some more games continuing. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm trying to get Shadow Wars Part 2 out of the way. Trying to get that crap out of the way. So that way then I can do some other games, for God's sakes. You know, some new ones. You know, continue ones that I haven't continued. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Oh yeah, I got Final Fantasy X. I gotta fix that. I gotta fit that bitch in there somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. Love it. Let's see. Yeah, game progress 87%. See, that's not quite 100% with Ghost Protocol. Let's see here. Wait, that's not. Okay, I was gonna say. I was gonna say I'm not just because I'm clicking it does not mean I'm actually doing it. The first Descendant. Yeah, wasn't this a game that somebody told me to play or something? I'm gonna be playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't played that either. Huh. Oh, should we? Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X right here. Yeah, so I haven't even played that yet. I'll fit that in there somewhere. But in season 2 we didn't see Jordan from last week's Part 2 game. I reacted to Summer Game Fest. What day is that? I don't even know what day that is. Do it. We'll be calling it here in a minute. Yeah, what day is that? I'm actually gonna move that. I'm actually gonna move that back. I'm gonna move that back one day. That sleep stream. Yeah, I'm gonna move that back one more day. Cause that I cannot. Sorry about that. It was for the members. Just realized that it wasn't gonna work. Not for June 6th. What time is it? Like, what time does it air? I guess I probably could. Depends on what time it airs, though. It starts at 10 p.m. for me. For 10 p.m. for UK time. 5 p.m. Oof. Huh. Well, I'm not going to be able to react to it. At least not live, anyway. Because that's literally right when I go to work. I go in at 5. So, or I gotta be there by 5. Excuse me. So, I could react to it later, I guess, as a video. But, I wouldn't be able to react to it live. So yeah. Of course, I have to do it at the worst time. I think. Worst time. Alrighty, so, yeah, so, I guess if you guys want me to as a video later, I will, otherwise, just give my rundown what I thought. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, your boy is gonna get some, so. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update. Rewind it, you know what I mean? Listen to the big updates that are kind of going to be happening and stuff like that going forward. And lots of big streams and stuff like that. We're going to be squeezing in, etc. You definitely don't want to miss it for sure. It's going to be a fire and blast. Alright, so stay tuned. Hit that bell to be notified every time I go live or upload content. Would appreciate that. Hit that smash the like button if you guys did enjoy it. Would appreciate it if you did. Smash the subscribe when you guys are new. Hopefully we'll have another stream or 2 for sure for late morning, early afternoon. So hopefully that kind of works out. At least one anyway. Worst case scenario. So stay tuned for that. And my social medias, as always, links below for every single one of them. Check them out, we appreciate it, as well as so yeah. So that's kind of the scoop there, my boys. Anyways, go ahead and get some sleep. So, like, subscribe, Twitch channel, Organs Reviews, Mr. Hydesworth's channel, links are in the description. Helps for the channel, would appreciate if you become a member. guys get extra content like sleep streams, link below. Would appreciate it. Goes a long way. Helps me keep doing what I'm doing. Or super chat. You don't. If you do that much, make me suffer. So, all that good stuff. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one over. Sign out. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Wish you all so safe.